What is good, y'all? SCG family, it's your boy GM Smooth. And last time out, we were able to go and get through a big portion of the beginning section of the season. And here today, we're going to look to get basically as deep as we can, through May, June, if possible, to continue this hot streak that we are on. This is one of the best starts to a season we've had in the entire series at 22-16. I mean, I don't know if we really ever kind of come into May with a winning record in this whole series, or at least not win by this big of a margin with us in first place, mind you. And if we're able to combine that with a second strong half like we've always had in the series, I mean, we could be well on our road to back up this World Series championship and go back to back possibly. So make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe on the video down below. Comment, let me know how you guys have been enjoying the series. If you guys like this post wrap up, now you guys are enjoying the other content. We do have Madden 26 content up on the channel here now, officially on the channel, so make sure you guys check those out. With my superstar mode, we have a dynasty rebuild for college football, and my rebuild for Madden will be dropping shortly, if not next week, sometime in the beginning of September. So that's what I'm trying to aim for and launch for with that. But here today, we're going to lock in and focus in on Ben Joyce coming into a situation here where he's got runners at first and second. We're down 3-1. It's a second opportunity like this in back-to-back days. The first time we were able to come away with the dub. Today, we're going to pop out here to Carantini playing first base, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I haven't played backup catcher. We have, what's his name again? Dang, I forget what outfielder we have. We had another person lined up to play first base that's also in the outfield. Maybe he's also in the game, so they had to go to Carantini next. As we're going to pop up here to Trout out in the outfield. This one's going near the foul line, and we'll glove that one in and get a win there, starting the video off today with two back-to-back wins here against the Minnesota Twins to keep this winning streak alive. And Ben Joyce being influential in both of those to go ahead and help us get the wins out, as we've seen the offense really start to take over these past couple of games a lot more than we've seen in the past. I think this lineup is working really well. This rotation is working good, as Wicks wins his fourth game this year, facing off against a former Angels pitcher, again, Jesus Luzardo, now with Minnesota. 5-3 on the year is not too bad, but not a good start with 4 innings. Well, actually, only 4 innings, 2 earned runs. So, I mean, they could have let him go longer, as Wicks went 6 innings, no earned runs, 10 Ks. That is a fantastic start for Jordan. They actually gave him player of the game for that. 5 hits, 2 walks given up. That's what I like to see here to start off the video. So 2 back-to-back wins, 5-game winning streak as we go ahead and head into game number 3. I wanted to go ahead and jump into this one because we are down now 2-0 here, risking losing the 5-game winning streak with Roman Anthony at the plate. Runners at first and second for him here as he swings through that sinker downstairs, and really looking forward to seeing what he can become here in the outfield. So far this year, 297, but 0 for 4 here today with the strikeout. So we definitely want to see what that bat can become. He's got pretty good outfield abilities, and I think really kind of letting him take over from Mike Trout is going to be the move. But speaking of Trout, we have him on the bench here in this game getting some rest. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him in here to pinch hit for Zach Neto. I know Neto's had a pretty good game here today. Decent season, but when you got somebody like Mike Trout on the bench, and he's actually been producing, as he's batting .314 this year, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, close to 1,000 OPS. I just had to bring him into this game here. Runners at first and second. Let's try to walk out of here with the victory here. Jorge Alcala gives up a 4-seamer, and are you serious? The pinch hitting move immediately works out. 3-run home run. Mike Trout able to take that one opposite field. Not only did he just come in and just crank out a home run in his first pitch that he sees on the day from Alcala, he just hits it opposite field, carries the pitch where it needs to go, and smokes that one out of the field. Exit below of 104. That one was high, fast out of here. And I mean, there's not much more you can say on that one. A 3-2 lead now because of that 3-run home run. And we get the chance to keep our winning streak alive. As we go Carson Williams at short, as that's what we had Mike Trout pinch hit Neto for. So now we have Carson Williams there for defense. Now it's up to Yanneri Cano here, who's pitching the bottom of the 9th to try to close this out for us. As Jordan Romano was not up in the bullpen, I didn't get anybody up because I honestly didn't think we were gonna get this far. So that's gonna be a base hit given up to Royce Lewis. The Twins do still have life, though, so that's the tying run over at first. Winning run is at the plate, and Tyler O'Neill. And with that 306 average, 2 for 3 on the day. I understand pitching him carefully here, but that slider will go ahead and set him down there for the strikeout. Luke Keishel right after him. 1-2 as well. Chops his hold the ground to Shaw. This is a great chance for a 5, 4, 3 double play. Max able to go ahead and turn that one around for us. Double play gets it. I did have Romano up just in case he needed to go one more batter to come get the close, but I guess the save will go, or I guess the win actually would go to Yanneri Cano. So no save here in this game at all, but we do get a nice save from Mike Trout, saving the win streak, bumping it up to 6 games for us, and that's crucial heading into a series here against the Padres. We don't have too many over 500 teams here that we're playing. We have the Padres, the Tigers, the Reds. And so I want to prove that we can win against other teams that are actually good, not just teams below 500. So as you can see, the offense here in the last 13 games, top 5 in every major category, including first in at-bats, second in runs per game and RBIs, tied for third in home runs, fully third in hits, and batting fourth in average, batting .291 with 20 home runs in our last 13 games. That's a little over 2 home runs a game, actually. So we're cranking out a lot of power and getting on base a lot. And the man tasked with keeping us up with this win streak is Christian Javier, who's had a great year so far. 3.26 ERA, 47 and 3rd innings of work. Just so happens to have a bad win-loss. Just means the runs haven't been on his side necessarily in every start. But here today, we'll be player locking with Tobias Logan. Looking to see if we can get some offense going here for one of our free agent addition pitchers. And as we talk about new additions here, Logan, tied for first on the team and runs with 24. He's really been phenomenal in this 2 spot. For a rookie coming in and going straight to the league, only the second person on this team to be able to do that. And he's produced equally as good. I mean, I would say Henry had a little bit better of a first season because he had more power and was hitting around 290. But Logan, around 250 pretty much the majority of the year. I love his swing. You know, just the swing path and his actual swing just feels so smooth and so clean. One of my favorite guys to hit with right-handed right now. I just love the stance. Elbow kind of high. Kind of reminds me a little bit of who do I know how to... A-Rod's arm was about high, but I don't think it was maybe not that high, but kind of reminds me of that stance a little bit. I'd have to go see who his stance actually is. As he goes against a base hit over the first baseman's head, then we're going to steal off for second base here, trying to use that 60, 70 speed. And we're able to go ahead and get in there for us. It's actually, yeah, that's 63 speed. Or no, is that 63 steal? No, 65 speed, 63 steal. We're able to get into second base, but doesn't mean anything when Henry pops out like that to end the 8th inning. As we'll go ahead and go top of the 9th here. We are up 2-1, and Romano with a chance to shut this down. Runner at second base, though, as he's facing off against Luis Campiano. He is their last hope here as they go ahead and run the plate. His stance is kind of awkward. They're facing basically completely at the pitcher before closing it down. 1-2 here as he doesn't try to chase the slider low and away. I think you all knew that was coming. 2-2. We're going to come right back to it. And this time the home plate umpire is going to say, yes, you went around. I think he just wanted to go home and eat up a little bit, eat up some dinner, because we're going to get out of here with a W. Getting a great win here again to keep the winning streak going now. 7 straight wins. Here's Christian, 6 1/3, 6 hits given up, only 1 strikeout, which is pretty weird. But Logan O'Hoppe, you see down there 3 for 3 on the day, including a double. Henry hits another home run of the season, leading the team again. And player of the game goes to the close man himself, Jordan Romano, picking up yet another save here for the day. We're going to jump into game 2, talking about our rotation now, which also ranks basically top 10 in every category, top 5 in most of the majors, including first in strikeout and ERA. With a 1.37 ERA and 26 1/3 innings, our starters have been phenomenal in the last 4 starts here. So Tanner Hoke looking to keep that up here as he's 8 games into the season, 5-2 record. Immediately gives up a solo home run, and we answer right back with one of our own, though, with Sal. But we'll definitely look to see if Tanner can go ahead and get us another good outing here to keep this winning streak going past this, showing that we can beat the Padres at least in 1. But can we win a series against them as we're facing off against Matt Waldron? Giving up a high fly sinker out to center field as Henry got underneath it just a little bit. So we're going to play a lock against him. Great home run numbers this season, leading the team in home runs and RBIs. Oh, dang, he throws a knuckleball. This is going to be tough. But average has been way down this season, batting .206 as of right now. I mean, he's always struggled to start off the season. I don't know what it is about him, but early season is not, when it's still cold outside, he is not good. But when it heats up, he heats up. But that's going to be a base hit down the line. Able to get one off the knuckleball there. That's 105 on the exit velo, just straight into the dirt, though. He got some loft on that one and gets underneath a little bit. That might have left. 9th double on the season. Not too many doubles here early. I guess we are still kind of early here as we get a steal attempt of third, chopped on the ground over to second base. And that'll be the final out that they need to go ahead and retire us in the third. So no runs resulting from that inning as we jump ahead to the bottom of the eighth, down 3-2. Henry is back up with a chance to maybe do something here against Tom Cosgrove. Steal attempt at second base. We let a really good pitch go by, only for our man to get in there at second base. Great steal attempt there. I think it's Tobias Logan again getting into second. Chopper on the ground here off that sweeper. So chopper on the ground. They're going to take care of that one in our winning streak here. Tie the series back up. And 7-0 is pretty impressive. We get a nice increased lead there in our division. Jordan Romano gets the loss here today. He gave up the run in the ninth innings, and we actually lose 4-3. As we tied it back up, but ended up losing it right back. As Sal Freeland goes 2 for 4 with the home run. Not too often we see him crushing out homers. And we go into game 3 here. They get us a situation here in the bottom of the fifth. Same score as yesterday, 4-3. So we are down again. Runners at first and second. And Victor Carantini, just watching that one go by. 2 for 2 on the day, but kind of fell asleep at the plate. And then Neto swings at the upstairs four seamers. That one disappeared with the clouds. I can't even be mad at you that you swung at that one, but no other critical situation in that game for us to jump into. Another fast one here is Sal gets back-to-back home runs and back-to-back days. I love to see it. So we go and check the box score here. We had 10 hits as a squad, just only could muster 4 runs while they were able to get 7 across off 7 hits. So they do a better job of linking these runs together, linking these hits together. As Freeland actually hits his 5th home run and 5th double in the same day. As we come back to the lineup, I'm noticing that our bench is looking a little weak this year. Max Schumann, I mean, he's got a terrible average, but at least he's hitting for some power off the bench. Only 11 hits and 57 at bats, 2 home runs, 11 walks. So the on base is high at 333, which has me a little bit tempted to keep him up here. 303 in his last 10 games. So maybe a little bit different story as we look recently, but he is 0 in his last 2. Robert Hassel III also struggling. Only 15 at bats, but only 2 hits. And no extra base hits at all here from him, actually, in the last 10. So with that being said, I look down at AAA to see if we have guys that can take over that spot. There's Zach McKinstry here, who plays third base and has as much position flexibility as Max does. And then there's Alexander Canera, who's actually down here killing it. 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. He's actually up to a 70 overall, seeing some good development. Batting 230. Oh, that wasn't as recent. That was 232 in the majors, but batting 323 down there at AAA. I'm going to actually give him the boost up to the majors, and we're going to send down Robert Hassel III. Now, the reason I made this move and not somebody else is because they both have the similar need of playing first base as a secondary position. So they're basically my backup first baseman, as well as helping out in the outfield. Now, looking at our pitchers too as well, Jose Hernandez is kind of struggling at a 4 ERA. Samuel Aldridge is doing pretty bad at long relief. So we're looking at some guys here that could possibly take those roles over. George Klassen is also seeing development up to 76. Dave Stewart is up to a 71 now. In 8 starts, he's 6-1. Only 13 earned runs given up in 47 in the third innings and 40 strikeouts. And 5 of his starts have been quality. So showing a lot of good potential. He's a 1.3 WAR player. Maybe not ready to make the leap yet, but we're keeping our eyes open for the rotation here as we jump ahead a couple of series, tying the series with the Athletics, winning the series against Toronto, including a 14-8 series clincher here. 18 hits across the board as nobody went hitless. Everybody getting a multi-hit game. Logan going 3 for 5. 2-hit games for Shaw, Williams, Neto, Pierre, Logan. And home runs across the board is Logan, Pierre. Ohapi hits 2. Schnell, Neto gets 1. And Logan Gilbert, 0 innings, 6 earned runs. So he's lucky the offense showed up today because that was an all bullpen affair. He didn't even get a single out recorded. And then we have a game here up above where we actually scored even more here at 8 runs, 12 hits given up here. And Logan Gilbert, again, 5 innings, 5 earned. That's back-to-back starts that he's looked pretty concerning. Bullpen almost gave this one up too as well. So we had a high-scoring game there. As we get into the series against the Tigers, win the first game here 7-3. Going on a little bit of a 2-game winning streak here in game 3. We dropped 15 hits, 12 runs, including 2 home runs by Tobias Logan. Trout, Henry, Roman Anthony all get 1-2 as well. And then Tanner Hoke, great start, 5 innings, no earned runs, but 4 walks. And Samuel Aldridge still looking kind of sluggish, 4 innings, giving up 2 earned. So we might need to look at maybe possibly moving that depending on what happens in this next start here, as we are down 2-1. Just going to jump into this game here. Alex Lange, if you guys remember, he was our closer to start out the Tiger series that I did a couple years ago before we eventually moved on from him. The knuckle curve was amazing, though. Not even going to lie, I loved having him as my closer while we did. Was very shut down, but here you see he's a 7th inning man here today as Neto lines that knuckle curve right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. We're going to go ahead and send the runner around in the runner to third. Runner slides in safely. Throw goes over to third base, goes over his head. I don't know if you guys can tell it is raining, so that ball is a little bit slick as Neto gets an RBI base hit. E2 leads to a second run across. And just like that, we have our lead back against the Tigers 3-2. And Max Schumann trying to fight for his roster spot here to stay on that bench, as he's now batting down to 167. Still has 2 home runs, but .59 with runners in scoring position. 0-2 pitch here. Swings over the top of that one in the dirt. Throw down to first. And this time he gets it there without having to let that one fly. Carson Williams now will try to capitalize on the out. Batting 174 himself, so he's also struggling. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. Can we get Neto around the plate? He will come in. Throw will come in to the pitcher instead. And Neto will score. That's 4-2 now. And they're going to go ahead and go to the bullpen. So that's going to end the day for Alex Lange. Sorry to have to tattoo you up there, my boy, but you have to go settle things down. They're going to bring in a brand new arm to go ahead and replace. And in comes Brant Herter. Interesting name there. 3.07 ERA, 14% strikeout rate. That's what I like to see. So he's not going to strike out too many guys, as that ball's going to get away from the catcher. We were off with the pitch, so Williams is in there standing up. Sal Frelick here with the 1-2. Watch the sweeper run away from him. Brent coming right back with one in on the hands. Shortstop's going to have to make a quick throw over to first, and they got Sal. Not enough speed up the line that time, and we're rotating back to the top half. So Nolan today in the 2 spot. 0 for 3 here today so far, but still hitting above 280 as he gets a line drive over the third baseman's head. That's going to score across a run. He's going to decide to go for 2. Throw's going to come in all the way to second base, and he slides in feet first. 5-2 Angels. Man, I just love when the offense is just clicking like this. When we are getting hits and stacking across, we've scored 5 runs this inning. All of the runs have come this inning, and only one has not been me. That's a base hit up the middle. Tobias Logan getting in on the fun. RBI base hit as the throw comes up the line. 6-2 now Angels. We actually go bottom of the 9th here as they actually managed to come back a little bit here. It's now 8-6. Runs at the corners. Yaneri Cano is in the ball game here as they brought me back in, as they chose to go with him instead of our closer. I wonder why Jordan's not in this situation, but we'll take it here. Coming back with 2. Colt Keith with the 4-seamer inside. Taking the sit down 2-2. So now we have a full count here with Jack Swinkiny. I don't even know if I said that last name right. I'm not even going to lie to you. Swings and a miss, though, through that ball in the dirt. Victor just make the throw for me. And we got him as Nolan gloves it. And the Angels walking out of here with a very exciting offensive win. I think we showed the records and the stats there at the beginning. Top 5 in every major offensive category. We're showing why here today. Even when the bench comes in, we're still like that. Now, Max did kind of, disappoint here today, but everybody else looked good. Roman came in and had a multi-hit day. Tobias Logan, another multi-hit day. Victor Caratini, 4th home run on the year. And Detmer's got to start today, 5 1/3, 2 earned. And that's why Romano didn't come in. He was in beforehand, gave up the 2 hits, 1 run in, and they brought Yaneri Cano to go in and wrap that up for us. Okay. So it makes sense. I mean, I probably would let Jordan finish up the game, but it is what it is. And now, what I wanted to look at here was a start down here at AAA, as we had George Glasson pitching in today. 6 innings, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts, another impressive start. So I think it's time to make the moves. Max is going down to AAA after another bad outing here, trying to come in and play a game. We're going to move Zach McKinstry up to see if he can still play here at the major. So adding him to my 40-man roster and moving him up for that position flexibility that he offers, similar to Max. And then as far as pitchers, George Glasson, I think it's time to go ahead and move him up here, let him do some long relief work, and send Samuel down to AAA to see if he can get everything back right. He has been struggling up here It does not look like his almost rookie of the year self. So George, you'll get your chance here to come up. He's already used all 3 options. He's getting older, I think, at 27. So might as well see what we can get with him and let Samuel get a couple of starts down here at AAA to see if he can turn around his development. So coming out of that series with Detroit, we are on a 4-game winning streak after sweeping them. Another team over 500 that we're whooping on. Coming here against the Red Sox, we win game 1 there 4-2. Lose the next 2 though. And then jump into our series here with the Reds as we are up here 2-0, top of the 8th. They end up coming out on top though, 3-2. Lose the next one, so now we're on a 4-game losing streak. One of the longest that we've had here recently, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Here's the Orioles are on top, 5-1. We do beat the Reds in the last game. We actually come back and win that game 6-5. How did we? 8 hits, 2 by Logan, Henry, Mike Trout and Logan O'Hoppe home runs, 3 RBIs there from Trout. Logan has 2. I don't know how we were able to come away with this victory. 4 2/3. Another bad start for Logan. 5 earned runs. We might have to take a look at that. He's now nearing a 5 ERA as what should be our ace. So that's now 3 straight, actually 4 straight bad starts here as he got the loss there against Boston. That's 4 straight bad starts here for Logan Gilbert. All of our other pitchers are doing good. I mean, Reed's typically at a 4 ERA, but he's still really good. And George Glasson actually did get his first outing here against the Reds. 3 innings, 2 Ks, 1 walk, no hits. That's what I like to see from the youngin. But yeah, you see here 5 innings, 5 runs, no innings, 6 runs, 4 1/3, 6 runs. I mean, ERA 27, 12.4, 9.6. He hasn't had a good start in any of his last 4 games here. All been terrible. Home runs are going crazy. 3-3, 2-2. 15 in his last 54 2/3, including 53 hits and a 5.6 ERA in his last 10 starts. So I think next episode we might focus on a start there from our supposed ace to see what might be going on. So here we are up 3-1. Jordan Romano looking to close this out where he does, and ends out the month of May with the 37-25 record here for us as we go ahead and see that we have everything set up here for June. And with Logan struggling like he is, I think we can put a major focus on that and the draft and All-Star Weekend into the next episode. So he's playing against Miami, which should be a good chance to bounce back. I don't know if it'll be a full game. It'll probably just be a player lock on the pitcher though, as we try to get through the season quickly. So definitely want to focus in on that Logan Gilbert start. We don't have too many opponents here in the month of June over 500 either. So it could be another solid month to go ahead and increase this lead here in the AL West as we go to get into Arizona, Seattle, and the Athletics before All-Star Weekend and the draft kind of thrown in, I think, after the Seattle series is over. So that'll be what the focus on next episode will be, getting us hopefully through, maybe even through all the way through July, but at the very least through All-Star Weekend will be the focus of next video as we go ahead and try to get to the close of the season. So you see we're 37-25 now, 2 games over the Stros, and 37 wins has got to be near the top, right? We're better than the Tigers. The Orioles have a better record than us in the AL, so they're at 40 wins. So right now we'd be the 2 seed pretty solidly though. Looking at some of the stats here, just before we get out of here, Tobias Logan, of course, that's DH. He's probably going to lead us in a lot of categories, especially like at-bats, but he's actually leading us in hits as well with 65. 5 home runs, 29 RBIs here. Henry leading the way in home runs with 16. As Trout's the only other one double digits at 11. Average, Mike Trout 330. Canero did get in for a 333. Mostly it's our bench hitting pretty high, but Logan's at 281. Nolan's at 278, so those are good numbers to see. League leaders here, Mike Trout 5th in batting average, which I was surprised to see, but he's had a fantastic bounce back here from last year. Tobias Logan actually 4th in at bats, which was interesting to see for the rookie. Home runs, Henry is tied for 7th. So if we want to see him get into the home run derby, we're going to need to see just a couple more bombs. RBIs, he is 3rd though with 49. As Brent Rooker has 59. Goodness. I just want to kind of see if we had any other league leaders. Mike Trout 2nd in on-base percentage, 4th in slugging percentage, so 2nd overall in OPS. Pitching looks like Grayson Rodriguez with 10 wins there leading the way. Looks like we have a couple guys with 1 ERAs, which I wish we could have one of those. But no other position leaders in the top 5, which is okay. I think we can definitely have Mike Trout, up there in some of those, especially like the batting clutch. Now looking at the minors too as well, as AAA is looking good. AA look like they're kind of struggling as far as the record goes. but they normally do it in the first half and then win it in the second half, which is always weird. But Oswaldo Montana's looking pretty good so far. Despite his ratings and stuff going down, he's on fire, batting .288 with 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. Might get that same treatment to bump his potential up to a C if he keeps outperforming his potential. Joe Mize, 193, isn't looking too good. Rio Foster batting .277 is fantastic though. Jorge Ruiz, Barlow Colon kind of looking bad. Joe Snowden really looking bad, but still seeing positive development somehow at a 63 overall. AAA, Robert is fixing things at 313 average. Omar still playing good at 282. Only 1 home run. Max is struggling. Is 28 at bats. He's batting .071. He might have to see a move down to AA playing like that. Kyron Paris struggling too as well. Christian Moore seeing positive regression. He's up to a 70 now, batting .241. So want to keep our eyes on that. Pitching wise, Carlo Cordero, the rookie that we just drafted, struggling a little bit in his first action up there. Tyrell Moya is doing pretty good though in his first action. And Douglas Ellison has turned his season around. He started out the year pretty rough. You see the ERA is 4.09 in his last 10 starts, but looks like he's on a hot streak right now. Last 3 starts have been amazing. 7, 8, and 6. 1 run, 2 runs, and only 2 home runs in the last 3 outings. So definitely turning his season around and lowering that ERA is exactly what I want to see so we can move him up to AAA. Terrell Breachin, looking pretty good. He's up to a 70 overall now, plus 4 on the hit per 9, up to a 90. As a closer is amazing. And then at AAA, Samuel in his first start, 5 innings, looked good. Dave Stewart is starting to cool off just a little bit. 11 starts, 7-2 record now, and yeah, definitely starting to cool off here in his last 2 starts. 7 earned runs in his last 6 2/3. So definitely have to see if we can get that turned around. And then Alberto Mendez, he's doing pretty good as well. He's up to a 74, plus 2 to his pitching clutch, up to a 60 now. So we definitely got to keep our eyes on this. 18 saves and 20 opportunities. Definitely want to keep our eyes on that in case Jordan Romano starts to slip here late. Or maybe they just can find their way into the bullpen when rosters extend. But with all that being said, man, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. You already know we're going at a faster pace here this season. I know we didn't cover too much action. It was more so just very, very quick paced. I'm going to try to include way more gameplay and way more action here in the next episode. So make sure you guys tune back in next Saturday as we go ahead and get through All-Star Weekend. Like I said, maybe even getting us into August a little bit if we have enough time to get there in that episode. But hope you guys are enjoying the series. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys are. And there will be more Angels coming back for you guys soon. Later.